Good morning, everybody. I'm destined to be standing before you. Destination brought me here. Your destiny, along with the hard work put for years and years, got you to the position of being a surgeon of repute, to be sitting in the hall today and honoring the association and honoring this position in the hall. But there is some difference. It's not your destiny. You made your destiny. You worked hard. You made your position. You made your finger to touch the body, to give life. You got fame. And that's how you made your destiny to be over here. And I become my position to be a president, giving you the president oration with the authority to say you something what I gained in my life in the past 52 years. And that's why the life make more memorable, experienced, and to teach and learn from each other. Do you know what is the definition of experience? I'm just talking this because by the time they make my projection, I'll just talk to you what I wrote for you. The experience is a bundle of failures from which you learn so that you can teach your generation coming forward not to repeat it. But a caution is there that you also don't repeat it. If an experience of a failure is there, you repeat it down, then it is a disaster. A surgeon who works, it's not a question of complication. The surgeon who works has to have the complication. But the complication is not to be repeated. That is what you learn. And that's the most important character or a virtue I can tell you a surgeon have. His caution. Nowhere else in the other profession that caution prevents a person to repeat what the failures are. Friends, and that's why I say, you learn from your past. And when you learn your past, you achieve many things. But the achievements does not mean that they come automatically. You have to have the virtues for that. And for that, you have to see that when you have the past at you, look over it. Feel proud of it. Get the experience. Do not go to failures. And make the past as your own teacher. The Winston Churchill told, the longer you can look back, the further you can look forward. And that's a sight. Believe it, it's a simple 2 words, 2 sentences, but give you a total philosophy of life. More you see, the more you learn. But see what the backward says and move forward. The Himalaya is a high one, the highest peak. And the modern history may be 10,000 years, but the Himalaya is more than millions and millions of the years. It's standing with the same straight way. And when it is a straight, history is also very straight, provided you have the mind to learn from it. Now, when we talk about the achievement, let us go back to our ancestors. The history is showing it around in the ancient medicine. So many of the processes were there from Babylonian right to Ayurveda and Rome. That means flourishing medicine in different parts of the world without any communication to each other simultaneously in those era. And that's a great thing. Now, in India, we have again just close to that 8,000, 10,000, 2 wonderful institutions of Nalanda and Takshila. But believe it, when I went into the literature in the internet, there were 22 more institutions as good, may not be better, but quite a good institution teaching the medicine and the culture, the other education thing in India, and they were mostly there in the western part and the south of India. Now, Edwin Papyrus was a very old surgeon in the year more than 26,000 in the Egypt. And this is the most I could get it in the back, the surgeon of the modern era, of the ancient type, which made us to learn many things. The Atharvaveda, believe it or not, out of all the 5 Vedas we have got, the Atharvaveda original copies is still in Berlin Museum. And one of his scientists, one of his Sanskrit philosopher from Banaras, had to study that one, which is not allowed by anybody, but you can read it down. And he has given a chapter showing down the modern medicines type. They will be different, and the procedures and the instruments of various type depicted there. And his main theory was that solar energy and earth magnetic power make a body strong, and when you operate in that field, the body heals, and that is true now. Similarly, we have the Sushruta, 600 BC, which is a guru of surgery, and he has made us learn many newer techniques, still hold good. Maybe it changes the pattern of life. And the same way, the anatomy, believe it, in the 700 BC, the Alcazian was the one who studied the body, particularly the lower part and the upper part, and then described that these are the elements of the body which make it perfect, like a bone, muscles, and the vessel. And he was to be called at that time a god of Asclepius. Do you know, you may have the idea now that the Mohammedans has restriction on the females not doing the job as good as the males. But in 700 in the Egypt, the females were as active in the medicine, taking care of the patient, as the males were. Hippocrates, you know it now. We call it to be Hippocratic oath. And what is the main theme behind the Hippocratic oath is only do no harm. Do you think we stick to it? The 11th century onward starts the modern era of medicine. And that era was the era in Europe. Due to some reasons, in the part of the China, in the part of the India, the political situation and the rulers got changed together and did not care for the medical care, and it got deteriorated. But basic sciences start developing in the European countries, starting and patterning of the universities. The result was that development of the medical related things came into existence from plants. From the human was there, the human nature was there, something coming from the animals. And then in the years, opium came into picture because the pain was the problem. Ethylene, the animal, came right into 1525, unbelievable. And do you know the nitrous oxide was first used in the 1790? You know, these are the landmarks, and the landmarks has made us to do how worked hard and the observation during that time of our ancestors. And then the second landmark comes when the basic science research got activated by our ancestors, to which we really bow our head, who made us the physiology along with the anatomy. Biochemistry is a part of system, and they related that the total body is not the anatomy and physiology, but the biochemical thing which related and changes in the body to give you energy and diseases both. The Fleming was there to start the antibiotic in 1940, which was the second part of our landmark, which started saving us from the infection which was not known before that, but it was said that the God is not happy with you, so that you have to go. But the X-ray technology following that is another part of our development in 1920. which led us to know the inner disease pattern, though maybe a limited one, but that was a very great thing at the time. And then started a major open operative procedure of different nature, right, starting from the anatomical dissection of the abdominal organs to the brain and down to the heart itself. Now friends, the paradigm shift was there when we started having our the video laparoscopy, and that is what is there in the 1970s and 80s. The Cameron Lizard was the one who started peeping inside through a tube. The Patrick Stephen was the one in the 1980, along with the Philip Morin, which was in 1982, started the lap cholecystectomy. And then when we see down to the history before, we have got the examples that the photographs are there, that it used to have some kind of the tube putting inside into the body to see what the ailment is, what the problems are. What is important now is the surgeon, when you want to make yourself with surgical skill, is a hard work. It's tapasya. It is a learning even within your prime period. And what is your prime period? 20 to 30, 35. But up to 35, you are still struggling to learn. And then coming to the career. And as the time passes, you become more efficient, proficient, become more famous, and money comes to you, though very late. And you struggling at the time still. But what is important, you never retire. Surgeon's quality. It's a one-man industry. You have come to attend the conference. Somebody is looking after your patient, but the patient is waiting for you to operate, to come and operate for you. If you are not, their industry is closed. But it's your zeal. It's your thing to learn yourself. It's your feeling for the institution. It is your feeling for the fellowship, which you brought over here to see that can I get something in this conference to learn myself and enlarge my vision so that I can be little more proficient in my own work to deliver good to the patients. So ultimately one thing is in our mind is there whenever we go, that let us learn, let us get a message and transfer it to the efficient patient's care. But the whole thing is, it is a teamwork with responsibility. Develop your knowledge, train your hands. The equipments are changing, and that's the industry coming up, but are helpful, and you have to utilize whatever is necessary as per your wisdom and see that is transferred to the patient's care. Innovation in a surgeon's life is daily. Daily you get a problem, but you know with the things which are not available, how you go to see that these problems are solved, and you are an innovative people, you are an innovative person. The association, if you go now in the history of association, Pandla is one who started with 15 members and the 266 members all throughout the country. But the first secretary, I don't know how many of you know, is Dr. C.P. Vishwanath Menon, a great guy, and Dr. S.K. Menon, he was the treasurer. But believe it or not, Dr. Venu Gopal, who was the honorary secretary for 22 years, can you believe it? Dr. Shiva Mishra, in the 2 years' time, is tired. But I can tell you how much he was working hard. And in those 10 years, from 226 membership went to 1100. And that's a great job done by this great surgeon, Dr. A. Venugopal. Afterwards, he became the president also. The landmark came in the ASI for the 1982 when we got 4 stalwarts. We got the ASI building, Dr. A. Venugopal, Dr. T. Dorarajan. I expected him to be here. He's a great guy. Dr. Ranga Bhashyam and Dr. Chokali after the 4. Dr. T. Dorarajan is alive and working still, very alert. Life is a book of mystery. So also a surgeon never knows which page will give a twist, as which patient will give a surprise. Keep on reading. End is fixed. Keep on operating. End is unpredictable. ASI is you. Without you, there is nothing. It's AI. You have to proactive. You expect something from the ASI. But do you know? Feel yourself what you are doing for the ASI. The change in the pattern of life. Feel for the academic responsibility. Market join forces to change your system. But you have to see what is good for you. And then, considering everything, be a part of it. Be a part of system. Be a responsible to yourself. And be responsible to yourself and the association both. And involve in few of the welfare schemes as a social obligation. The human to develop the virtues to grow with technical knowledge. And wisdom comes out as a savior of humanity. But be a happy man with success. I do not know. When I find the hundreds and thousands of the surgeons sitting in front of me or from anybody, everybody is maroon and serious. Why cannot you be happy and smile? I hope with these smart, because I'm not talking a lot about so many complications and the procedures and the operative techniques and the thing. A life pattern I'm going to talking out, and see that you rejoice it and take some message out of it. Past has given you present status. Let us develop ourselves with the virtues and the qualities to achieve success and achieve greatness. If you like a dream, night is short for you. If you dream in a day, it is short to bring dream to reality. Develop patience, my friend. Go straight. There is their goal. As Gandhi says, when I go straight, I know where is the goal and I will achieve it. And you can also achieve it. Responsibility, recognition and reach are the part of life. You have to recognize your people and you have to be responsible for them. Responsibility consists of so many qualities, and those qualities you have to inherit and then develop the institution of yourself in your own thing. You are an institution, one-man institution is there. You may live in a big institution with a 500 beds, but no. It is you are the institution and you build it. Once you build it down, the institution automatically comes up with the colleagues and the associates. Recognition is a two-flower story. This is a beautiful story. A school teacher, his principal, he saw that most of the people are not talking to each other. And the principal particularly is a part which has not been liked by anybody. He's been hauling around. He gave 2 flowers to a girl and said that give it to the principal, that I like you. Please give this flower to anybody to you admire. The principal was aghast because he never knew to whom he admired. Ultimately he thought that probably he is going to give it to his son. He came to the home to whom he is not talked for months and years. He found the son to be maroon. And he asked him, he came down from the first floor and he gave that flower to him saying, son, I'm happy today because somebody admired me and I want to admire you because you are my son. Be happy. The tears came out of his eyes because he said, Dad, you talked to me after so many months and years. Today I was going to take my own life because I never liked it life because nobody cared for me. So feeling of care and the love is the one which you make to live and exist in the world for somebody. And when you care, show that you care for somebody. What went home and gave the flower, they said good words. Son, I love you. And the love is the one which makes the life better. Challenge is the situation you all face, but challenge with satisfaction is the one which gives the happiness again. Satisfaction is the inner feeling. Fill the part with the nest of joy and then be happy because money, a pan wala earns more than probably many of the surgeons. Do not blame others. It's your action which are important. The Arjun is there. The Krishna is there. He can guide you. But it is the Arjun who has to pull the throat. Dedication, devotion and a determination is the part which makes the life better, which makes us to go straight and do not harm anybody. It's not harm one. Inspiration is who inspires you. And when you have seen this, a thing, the Three Idiot is a wonderful movie. And here, it is not the inspiration of the teacher. It is the inspiration in your own self. What you feel good, do that. Not what the others feel like that. Do not go on that thing. Who is your role model? Are you your role model? Make yourself as your own role model. You can see the tensing there on the high, it inspires you. Similarly, when you talk about the ethics, stick to the ethics. It may give you some problem, but ultimately the matter is your own happiness. The ashirvad and the blessings of your seniors, of your staff, because the hospital is a temple. The patient is the one which gives you the opportunity to show your talent, and the other staff is there to help you out, to bring the best what the medical field can give to a patient. The overall hymns of the prayer for the life from all over keep the vibration alive in you and make you very vibrant to come on and give the result. The blessings always make you to feel good. Parents, teachers are the always true friends. They respond, they bless, they make you flourish. Strength is in your own self, but you have to see that you have the strength. If you do not know your own strength, probably you are losing man. You have to be a Batman. Not asking somebody that you have that kind of the strength, go, no. Find strength in your own thing. You have the ability, but a lot of you do not feel that kind of ability. And to get your own ability, understand your own self, and develop this quality, this great art, define it, and then be proud of your own self. Be grateful to those who help you. Relations are to be maintained, and there is a things to be told about, are not finding gold and silver among rocks of the life. It is accepting each other as a cold till diamond are formed with the time. Go on doing your declaration. Those coals can become diamond provided you feel like that. Trust is a bondage of life. Sacrifice is greater than love. Character is greater than beauty. Humanity is greater than wealth. And nothing is better than the trust. Do not break it. Trust, promise, relation in the heart. It makes no noise, but pains much. That is what Charles Dickens said. The best thing of the Swami Vivekananda, the whole history is, take a risk in your life that you have been taking daily. But if you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. Right intention is the dharma of a doctor. Do not worry of the legal thing. That is what the Supreme Court says. Illusion is maya. Don't do it. Friends, once you do with the determination, the things get developed automatically. Believe in God, but more than that, believe in your own self. As ASI president, I lived with it, breathed with it, lived with it and energized with it. And GC and the core committee tolerated me well. I am thankful to all my colleagues, my core committee members, my governing council members, that in spite of my little technical behavior of abnormality, they were happy with me. It is their greatness, they tolerated me. Give a call to what you feel is right. Be satisfied. That's why I have been here, standing before you, because I have been always happy to meet the people, get inspiration, everyone who comes along with me, and then is smiling me. Love me or hate me, friend. Believe it. I am standing over here with these two words. Both are in my favor. I am a happy man then. If you love me, I will always be in your heart. If you hate me, I will always be in your mind. God bless you all. Have a nice time. Enjoy well. Be a happy 2015. Give you all success and all pleasure and all what you want in the life. Come together, hold the hands, move forward and win 2015, which is waiting for you. The sun is rising from the horizon and you are a sun which is rising from the horizon, from the soul, and welcome the 2005, which will be very successful to you. God bless you all. Thank you very much.